Hello all, this is Kushita and I'm here to present on the topic network-based firewalls. So let us just look into the contents for the presentation. So I'm going to be discussing on what is a firewall, some of the basic information regarding the basic firewall categorization, and then coming to the topic, the network-based firewall, and then the comparison with host-based firewall. The different types of firewall technologies like packet filtering, stateful packet inspection, application proxy filtering, the NAT firewall, and how is a firewall significant for cloud security, the various advantages of network-based firewall, and then conclusion and the references. So what's a firewall? It's something which you all might be knowing. It's the first line of defense, and it's a software or a hardware device that provides security to the computer and the computer systems on the network. And a firewall is a device that monitors the traffic, the incoming and the outgoing traffic, and it filters out the necessary traffic and then blocks the unwanted packets. So this is a basic categorization for firewall. So the firewalls are basically categorized into two, host-based and network-based. So the image here shows a host-based firewall. So a host-based firewall is something that exists within the host or within the device, and most of the times the host-based firewalls are inbuilt within the operating systems. A network-based firewall is the one that's being placed in the network that regulates the traffic flow for malicious packets. It keeps monitoring the incoming and the outgoing packets based on a set of rules that are configured on the firewalls. So it forms a perimeter that results in the first line of defense prior to the traffic packets entering a network. So how are network-based firewalls different from host-based firewalls? So host-based firewalls are placed on individual systems, which would help inspect the packets that flows in and out of a particular device. And they prevent any kind of internal threats. Like host-based firewalls, they prevent threats that crosses every layer of defense and then reaches the particular host. And host-based firewalls are very flexible, like within a cloud environment. In case you need to move the applications and the virtual machines between different cloud platforms, the host-based firewalls could be moved along with the applications and the virtual machines without causing any sort of misconfiguration. So some of the different firewall filtering architectures are packet filtering, stateful packet filtering, and proxy filtering. So let us just look into detail each of these filtering techniques. So packet filtering is a kind of firewall filtering technique that operates in the layer 3 and layer 4 of the OSI model. So they work based on access control lists, which comprises of a list of rules based on the IP addresses, the source IP and the destination IP, the source port and the destination port, and the different services or the protocols that operate in the layer 3 and layer 4 of the OSI model. So while there is a traffic flow, the packets are being monitored. And once a rule is being found, the packet is allowed. In case there is no match found, then the packets are implicitly denied. So packet filtering is a basic firewall technology that is being normally used. Stateful packet inspection. This is another kind of firewall that works based on session flow tables. So what happens here is while there is a traffic flow stored, the traffic packets are being stored, the packet information is being stored into sessions, and these sessions create slots of the stateful inspections of the packets on a session flow table. So while there is a traffic flow back to the device that generated the traffic, the firewall compares the packets with the session flow table, and when there is a match, the packet is allowed. If not, the packet is being dropped or rejected. So you could see the image over here where there's a router, and when there's a traffic flow to the internet, the packets are being inspected using session flow tables, which consists of stored packet information that is being compared, and then the traffic is let inside the network. See, what happens here is that the packets are being monitored. The state of the packet, the speed, the ports, the IP addresses, the TCP information, and so on are being monitored, and in comparison to that, a packet is being allowed or dropped. Application proxy filtering. This is similar to a proxy function. Like when there is a proxy server, it creates two different sessions from the client to the proxy server and between the proxy and the destination website or the destination server. So when there is a traffic flow, the application proxy filter or the application proxy servers, they monitor the traffic between the client and the proxy server, and then the traffic is being directed based on the user authentication and validation to the required or the corresponding destination website. And on the way back, the packets traveling from the server to the proxy server are being monitored, and this proxy filtering technique operates from layers 4 to 7 of the OSI model. So once there is a traffic back to the client, the packet information is being monitored from layer 4 to 7, and then based on whether the traffic is being malicious or not is being let inside a particular network. A NAT firewall. So NAT or Network Address Translation provides more security. NATing is a technology that is being used very commonly and very frequently in every network architecture, and it ensures that proper security is being provided in order to protect the internal network. So it makes sure that the traffic packets are being routed to where it has to. So routers mostly use NAT technique in order to modify the IP information so that the packets are being routed to the corresponding location or the respective devices. So during the process, there might be undesirable packets that are being filtered out using this technique, and hence it functions like a firewall, and such kinds of firewalls are actually called a NAT firewall or a Network Address Translation firewall. Coming to cloud security, so cloud environment is one of the most demanding technologies that are being used these days. Most of the businesses use a cloud environment to move their business applications, and hence there has been a lot of security issues and lots of confusions arising whether to use a network-based firewall or a host-based firewall. So I would say that there's a need for both firewalls, because a host-based firewall is sometimes very easy to bypass, and then the attackers get control of the host in no delay. So there is a direct contact or a direct connection to the host. So instead, we could use a network-based firewall, which offers a more or a stronger layer of defense. It offers more protection. And since the network-based firewalls are placed on the network, it does not provide a direct access to the hosts. And there are intrusion detection systems and intrusion prevention systems which are configured within a network-based firewall, which would provide even more security by inspecting each of the packets that are traveling, and it inspects for any sort of undesirable behavior. And so a cloud security would require both host-based and a network-based firewall. So some of the advantages of having a network-based firewall is that it provides more security by preventing malicious packets, and that's the reason why we use firewalls. And there is no network in the current scenario where we don't have firewalls. So there's firewalls everywhere in every network architecture, and they are preferred mostly for a larger network which involves a number of hosts and servers. So the network-based firewalls would provide for scalability as the traffic bandwidth keeps increasing, and network-based firewalls provide for high availability and affordability. So in this current scenario of digital technology where security is becoming one of the major concerns, firewall is one of the first line of defense, and every network infrastructure should have some sort of protection, and the ultimate protection is to have both network-based as well as host-based firewalls, which offers better protection for the network as well as individual systems that are connected across the network. So I've included all the references which I have referred to for this video, and that's all about firewalls. That was a quick short video, and I think you guys must have enjoyed this video, and let me know the comments and let me know the suggestions. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you must have learned a lot, and yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.